everybody. Welcome to Moving Forward with AudryeNow. I'm Audrey, and this is our podcast. This is a healing podcast, and I'm in a very relaxed mood yesterday and today and all that, so I'm showing up as I am, which I usually do, but a little more, I think, casually. Pardon me. So I am going to hold up one of my paintings. So most of them are hanging up on the wall, and I can't reach, and I am not getting on a tall ladder. That is no. And so I will show you this one. But first, this is a healing podcast. We avoid political discussions because the guides want me to be quiet on that. And yes, of course, I have stuff to say, but no, I direct you to other people. But offline, I can discuss stuff. What else? I am experienced and quote-unquote expert clairvoyant, healer, artist, long-time raw vegan, mostly raw vegan, all of that kind of stuff. So our affirmation today, we're going to talk about the 4 agreements. Those are the ones by Don Miguel Ruiz, who I met some years ago. Amazing man. I took one of his seminars. Where was this? I forget if it was New York or if it was Florida. It'll come back. It was then. And I'm going to add stuff, some of which I heard on his podcast. I think it's 4K Knowledge, Forbidden Knowledge with Billy Carson, talking about, I didn't realize our military had fired on UAPs. Do I have to tell you how DNS that is? Beings that have been around for how many years? And people here with their little pop guns that could destroy the planet nonetheless? No, just so you know. There's no invasion coming from quote-unquote outer space. That's all arranged here. They don't need to do that. If they wanted to get rid of us, I agree with Bill. You just put boink in the air and gone we are. That's it. That's not what they want to do. That's a whole other conversation. I've told you that we are valuable. So own that and develop your own self. I am definitely developing myself. So our affirmation for today is I am impeccable with my word and I create a life of impeccability. I am impeccable with my word is one of the 4 agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz, a book I recommend totally. It's one of the books everyone I feel benefits from reading or knowing, and now it's probably a video and whatever it is. I am impeccable with my word, and I live and attract a life of impeccability. I am impeccable with my word, and I live and attract a life of impeccability. What does that mean? Be authentic. Don't lie. Tell the truth. Don't think you're saving someone's feelings if you lie to them. That doesn't mean be nasty. No. Find a way to say what needs to be said in the best way possible. I am still learning some of that. But be real. Don't lie to yourself. Oh, please. That's where most people lie. Whether you want to call it cognitive dissonance or not wanting to see what's right in front of them because they've been so conditioned. We all have. So it's releasing. I've said this before. I will say it just a couple of times. We do not have to fight negativity. You don't fight it. You just let that bark go. Refuse to engage with it. Get yourself to the point where you're not triggered. That's why I'm working on these various full forgiveness. Because yes, I can get triggered, more so before, by people doing disgusting things to kids. So now I am forgiving me, letting go of the negative effect of that behavior. on me or how I think or what I feel or anything like that, separating it from personal feelings about the behavior which I abhor, and then freeing myself and allowing the person to have their own spiritual awareness, because at this point I don't choose to get involved in it. I do not. And so what was I saying? Okay. And as we do these things, we grow. And so allow yourself to evolve. I was saying something before. Okay, so be impeccable with your word. I am impeccable with my word, and I attract and live a life of impeccability. And it does mean tell the truth, especially to yourself, because everyone else is going to know anyway. You can feel it and sense it and see it and tell it, and some of us extremely clearly. And okay, well, just without the judgment. And then that's the affirmation. Breathing attunement, we did alternate nostril breathe. I'm going to do a simple one because I want to hold up one of the paintings. So we're going to simply inhale to a count of 4, hold to a count of 2, exhale for a count of 6. So we are in the process of aligning our heart brain and our head brain. And when we do that enough, we manage, even if it's not the exact same frequency, energetically with our intention to do so, align with the earth resonance frequency. You can ask for that and intend it and allow it, and it happens. Okay, so inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, breathe gently, flowingly, harmoniously, getting a taste of the divine feminine, by the way, for everybody. How do you feel after that? You can listen to this over and over and over again, so that you can do it for longer periods of time. You will discover you get way more centered, balanced, and grounded. As much as possible, I'm indoors right now, but as much as possible, be outside. Have some part of your body touch the actual outside. Find a way to do that, if it is at all possible where you live. I realize it is October. I am in Costa Rica, so if I want to, if I choose to, I can do that. And I do every day. I'm out every day, but not always barefoot. Touch the earth. Feel the earth, not just a picture. Smell the earth. Breathe the earth. Let the earth caress you. Hug a tree. Watch out for insects. Well, I'm not a fan of them. So you can touch. I learned that when I did some seminar thing with some there because they can be insects and stuff like that. And bless yourself. So I have said, and I'm not the only one, you can probe it by science. I don't get into that stuff here, what science approved, and you're talking to a psychic healer, empath, all whatever words, okay? Who's been around for a moment or two and intends to stay around healthily and well for many more moments. I have grandchildren I need to see grow up and the kids that they make. And I started late making kids according to when most people start. So it is important that I am here because they are fabulous. So this is one of my frequency stones. This is an actual rock that I painted. That's a crystal. I actually need more crystals now. And because they are in the studio, now it's a gallery in the Goddess Hat Gallery, Galería Corazón de Diosa, en español, porque yo estoy aquí en Costa Rica. So, SOS. Yeah. Y un otro más pequeña. You can have one of these if you choose to. You have to let me know and order it. And we'll work out the exchange. But look. Imagine having this. This is my hand. So that's how it fits. So cute. The other side. The edge. One edge. Look, it's got pink things coming out. And this, I'm just allowing it out of the studio. The name on this one, how big is this? This is about, can you see it? Look at it. All right, this is the way I originally did it. It's called let's see, is it on the screen? Majesty, Abundance, Wealth, and Humility. Because I normally, when I paint, I ask to do healing and blessings and getting better and getting more and lighter and freer and this. And I realized, I don't know if I ever did one about wealth per se. So that's okay. Majesty, abundance, wealth, humility. Here you go. Is it on the screen? And I paint texturally, so it's texture, it's not flat. And you may discover I like color. So there's this painting. Okay, here's how big it is. They are really pretty. I'm not the only one who thinks so. People tell me so. That's going to go up in the gallery. Yes, I have somebody hanging them. I am not going to get, oh God, these ladders, no. I am not going on the ladders and putting them up there. And at my height, which is 4'10", and a little smidge, it's already taken. So people, I know that, okay, so we're going to talk about the 4 agreements and the material that I learned from listening to Billy Carson discussing certain things that, okay, am I allowed to discuss this? I may leave that alone, but understand that humans are not, we're not being invaded by beings from wherever. They don't have to invade us. They know technology we haven't even thought of. That's all I'll say about that. Okay, so the 4 agreements, I wrote them down again. And the reason these are important, it's a way to live. It's a way to live. Okay, Marcos Tuesday, SOS. I will be interspersing my speaking with a little more Spanish. It's important for me because I live here, and the more Spanish for me speaking, the better. But here it's mostly in English, but I do speak relatively simple Spanish slowly. That I definitely can speak. Very rapid, quick Spanish. I'm getting there. So the 4 agreements are, I'm looking for my glasses so it's easier for me to read this. Okay. Be impeccable with your word. That's why I used it as an affirmation. That means tell the truth. And always tell the truth. Be authentic. Say what you mean and mean what you say. If you mess up, correct it. Let someone know. Don't leave it there. No lies. And no, you don't have to call everyone up and tell them everything about your life. That's different. But be impeccable with your word. Number 2, let me see, what did I write? Do not take. Oh, right. Do not take anything personally. Whatever someone may do or say, that's about them. So even if they're looking you right in the face and saying blah 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 blah, it is still about them. It's coming out of their mouth. You can choose to be away from that energy coming at you. Put white light and put a reflective thing on the outside. It could be golden light, so whatever they're saying either goes to them or gets absorbed and sent to the universe to be shifted into positivity, because I don't even want to have to send yucky back to someone else, because that's still creating a yuck. So refuse to let it near you, so you're not triggered. And are we being tested? A lot. A lot. Almost anyone can be triggered these days about any number of different things, whether in their personal life, their professional life, the world, politically, the planet, financially. Yes. Yes, when I heard that there were people ostensibly in the military firing on what was now being called UAPs, which are UFOs. It's just another designation. So some people who poo-pooed and ridiculed and laughed at UFOs, since UAPs is now, I believe, a governmental term for unidentified aerial projectiles or whatever they are. So now it's serious. So are UFOs. So understand, we're not on this planet alone. We never have been. There have been beings here since before us. I am one of the people who does feel that we were what we came from, had its DNA shifted, especially from what I understand listening to other people like Greg Braden. Chromosome number 2 changed and the telomeres changed to make it a new chromosome. Gave us our intuition, our empathy, our ability not just to reason, but to have all the intuition we do. People, if you decide you want to do this whole transhumanism thing and implant all these doodads in you, you could lose that. Do I recommend that? No. No, being a robot is not the way to go. Learning how to deal with emotions. That's why we do healing work here. So you can free yourself up. And I can give you the names of people you can work with me, because that is some of the work I do, absolutely. Or when she is ready, I will give you the amazing Yara's information, because she is excellent also, different than I am. And yes, I know other people, and I can give you their information, and they do astounding healing work. So males, females, white ones, black ones, from India, I know these people. I know how wonderful they are, and I can recommend them when they feel ready to be recommended. So that was number two. Number three, do not make any assumptions. Do not make any assumptions. Do not assume. Find out. If you don't know, be quiet. But make no assumptions whatsoever, especially now, as we're in this period that is being called by many, many, many the reset. As many of us, we're all in the process of shifting, whether you know it or not. And if you know how to flow with it and work with it and keep releasing in one way, shape, form, or another what needs to be released, it could be even more chaotic than it looks like. And are there people scared? Do you have any idea what percentage, and I do not know, I know it's higher than I would prefer because it's obvious, are more guided by fear than by faith. They can talk faith, blah, 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 but if you look at their behavior, if you watch what they do, and that can include you, it is fear that motivates, that gets them up off their butt and have them do something. And when someone does something motivated by fear, they will invariably do something incorrect. That is not the motivator to follow, ever. Being centered, being uplifted, coming from a place of love, because we are made of love. We're made of energy and light. That is our higher self, and it is not a fantasy. If you have not felt that for yourself, then there is internal growth important for you to accomplish. If you don't know how to do any of it yourself, get a healer. Find someone. Look at any of my, I'll give you the links to my various courses. I think at the very beginning, it's been a while since I've looked at them, but I think in the very beginning when I give the intro, I give some kind of process. That's all free. The courses are not free. The Morph course. Morph into the magic of self-love, soul essence self, and ego personality self. If you only identify as a physical being, you're cutting yourself off like a little itty-bitty thing when you're much more, we all are. So the link for that is AudryeNow, AudryeNow.com/morph, MORPH. Then there's, because after I finished that and I did it a few times, I thought, okay, what's next? What do people need? And it was when all the sex stuff was going on. Me Too, and that kind of thing. So the next course is Sexuality, Sensuality, Spirituality, Stupendous Sex, your Intimacy, Healing, Exuberance course. That's what it's about. Intimacy, Healing, Exuberance course. Focusing on sexuality, sensuality, and spirituality because it's linked. And if you haven't had that kind of an experience, well, you have a treat in store for you when you know how to up-level your frequency and you're blessed enough to have touched that. And how do I know? Because I have been. The URL is AudryeNow, AudryeNow.com/sex, SEX. And go online, go to my website, click it, see what's there. And I have not spoken with my web person in a while, so it was working when I last spoke with them, so presumably it still is. If it isn't, let me know. I will get someone to take care of it. I do not do that. I will find someone to do that. The third course is, so after I did the sex course and did it live a few times, it was, I think, before COVID, and then COVID or some whatever, I thought, this biggie, this is the one I wrote the book on, Raising Race Consciousness, Healing Racism, Sexism, and Other Isms. It's Or I don't want to. There were certain people that I already didn't like and said so softly then, but yeah. So they don't want me to talk about that, so I'm leaving that alone. And the course on that is Ism Freedom, ISM Freedom. Be free of the causes and effects of racism, sexism, and other isms. AudryeNow, AudryeNow.com/ism, ISM. And when you go to those landing pages, I give information, not just for you to register, although that's there also, but other information. Please take advantage of it and do it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So, and yeah, I have other goodies and treats. So don't make assumptions. Take care of yourself. Grow yourself. Learn how to see and feel beneath things. Ask questions. Check stuff out. Release the blinders everyone has some kind of, or on the ears, or on the head, or wherever it might be, over the head, off. And the fourth one's the 4 agreements. 4. And this is for a Toltec life, I believe it's Toltec. These are the agreements to live by, to have a happy, to have a sane life. Okay, so number 4. I'm looking to see what I wrote. Did it or not? Oh, yes. Always do your best. Always do your best. It doesn't matter if anyone is watching you. It doesn't matter if anyone else is going to know. It doesn't matter if you're going to make money, or you're going to lose money, or you're going to get something else you might desire or think you desire, whether on the physical realm, mental, emotional, spiritual, multidimensional, quantum, whatever. Timeline, other planet, this planet. Always do your best. And your best can vary from day to day, from moment to moment, from hour to hour, from realm to realm, from dimension to dimension. Always do your best. Oh, I just saw the time. So, in terms of, let me complete, because I promised that we would have 30-minute shows. We are at 27 and a half. So, if you're growing, thank you. Please like, love, subscribe, and share. If you would like to be, and you choose to be, one of the helpers helping the earth, the population, get more evolved and clear, also send them like, subscribe, and share. I am so grateful to you all. I am thrilled with anyone growing and evolving. If you want some of my art, let me know, because I am in the painting mode these days. It takes a while. I mean, this is real work. Not work. It's real. It is. Okay. So love you. Blessings. Grow. Evolve. I know we're having stuff. Release that stuff. Don't let it get stuck inside of you. If it is, see a healer to help release it. I know people that can help you, and I am one of them. So thank you. Blessings. Bye-bye.